Well, good afternoon, everybody. What's going on? It's Donnie up here in Northeast Florida once again. Wait a minute. Where are y'all? Hey. Oh, 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 hello, y'all. How you doing? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Yep, I'm out on one of my adventures again. Let's see where we're going. We'll go right down here. I want to have a little talk with y'all because this weekend is a couple good events coming up that I think you'll find fun to bet on or fun to watch or both. I tell you, it's getting an exciting time of the year. Summertime for me because when us old guys get old, we summertime we kind of stay inside and soak up the AC, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so the PGA Championship this weekend in Charlotte. Pretty exciting event right now. I want to throw out some things. If you're planning on betting, or if you're just planning on watching and you want to look at the lines that some of the people are playing with, it's really a lot of fun. It really is. And once again, I limit myself to $50. Sometimes I limit myself to $50 on NASCAR and $50 on golf. Just all depends on how well I've done, and I've done pretty good. So I'm having some fun with it. But look, we've got three big time golfers right now dueling out probably for this tournament for the big money. And of course, Bryson and Rory and Scotty, those three are tying up a lot of the big money. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun with it because, once again, as I've told y'all before, you can just take $2 or $3 and have a blast with it. And let me tell you what I'm doing on this particular event this weekend at Charlotte. Now, it's real wet up there. A real long tournament. A lot of par fives on the course. It's going to take a power player, which all those three I just mentioned. Now, the weather's been rough all week. Everything's going to be soggy. The greens are going to be slow. But all that does is play into the favor of the best top 10 or top 15 in the world. So basically, you could almost take the top 15 and just pattern what you're looking at this weekend by those top 15. Now, don't get me wrong, there's exception to every rule, and occasionally some of them will pop in there once or twice and help you out with a little bit. I've already played all of Tommy Fleetwood that I can suck dry of it because Tommy, I won on him 3 weeks in a row because I went to bet top 10 and I bet him top 10, and lo and behold, I went over and said, wow, look at the odds on top 20. Well, let's face it, guys, if the guy finishes top 10, he's going to finish top 20, but you got to make that a separate bet, okay? So if you're confident the guy's going to finish top 10, he dang sure is going to finish top 20, so make sure you double up on that. Hey, also, when it comes up to, like, okay, you want to bet on Scotty, you want to bet on Rory, you want to bet on DeChambeau, but the odds just aren't in your favor. All right, well, look, if they're plus 145, hard to bet on that. They really are. Then go to the round. The rounds are a lot higher than that. Scotty could be as high as plus 1,800. Rory could be plus 1,800. Basically, those three are going to be in that same range throughout the tournament. And then it isn't over from there. If you don't happen to hit on the first one, you can actually chase it a little bit with $2 or $3 a bet on the next time. Now, remember, there's a lot of guys out there that are one and done. Ricky Fowler proved that to us last week. Ricky Fowler came up through there and just had a lightning round and birdied just about every hole and really showed up for one round. So remember, guys, one and done. I think your one and dones here could be beneficial to you. So look at those, throw $2 or $3 or $4 at them. And generally what I do, just as a rule of thumb, most of these betting platforms, when you put a number in there, it'll tell you a return. So start out with like $2, look at the return, $3, look at the return, $4, look at the return. I've always tried to make those bets to where they're over $100. So it may take $4 bet to get it over $100, but it just makes you worth your while to do so, and then just not place another $2 bet somewhere else. So there's a lot of ways that you can do this. Another one, here's a little secret backdoor one, seniors. there's only two seniors that I see even showing up in this whole tournament, and that's Hadrick and, of course, my favorite, the left-hander, Phil Mickelson. They're the only two that can even, in my expertise, that can post anything worthwhile. And then there's the lefties. I'm going to leave you with this because I'm not going to tell you who they are, but there's only two lefties in the whole field this weekend that really warrant any kind of money. And when I say any kind of money, I mean $2. So y'all look over your odds, get them in right now. Tomorrow's the first round. Don't fear it. If you haven't got first round done, you can step in there and still do, of course, the final winner. You can still do bet hole per hole. There's a lot of ways. I mean, top senior, top person from Europe. Let me touch on that real quick. Rory McIlroy. If you'll look at the top finishers in different countries and different regions, Rory actually shows up in more than one. He shows up in European, then he shows up in either the Great Britain or the Irish or the English or something. But anyway, Rory shows up in 3 of them as being the top from that nation. Well, come on, guys. If you think Rory's going to win, then he's going to probably be the top in all 3 of those as well. So look at it, study it, enjoy it. And until next time, keep the rubber side down. Bye-bye.